final one before we have to wrap up, though. Greg, I'm going to come to you first. And Nick, I really want your take. We've spoken about managers excelling. We've spoken about managers getting sacked. What about a manager that's teetering on the edge? Can you guess who I'm talking about? Clue. He's Norwegian.
Yeah, it's certainly it's been a really rough time, hasn't it, for Solskjaer, and Saturday seemed to present the latest low, in a series of ideas, and I think again, if anything, the one surprising outlier in this rash of sackings is that United are just being so considered in their next choice. However, if you look, and I'm sure Nick will know more about this than I have, but if you look at the field of potential candidates to replace him, I'm not sure there are any names which you would expect United to go and put their money on. I was a little surprised that they let Tottenham steal a march on them with Conte, because you can picture putting Conte into Old Trafford and saying that he's someone who can go in there and make a difference. However, now he's gone to North London, I'm looking around and I don't see Zinedine Zidane. The name certainly, but has he really proven that, beside what he's done in the Champions League with Real Madrid and the very unique sort of squad that certainly they had during his time, and the hegemony they have in Spain in general with Barcelona, is he going to go and be a sure shot to turn things around? There's still enormous kind of affection for Solskjaer. I just feel that too many more of those results, and that's going to diminish. It was bad enough them losing to Liverpool, but playing like they did and losing in the Manchester derby, I don't know how long he can carry on.
I think it's Watford they have next, which you think would be a winnable game for them. But with United, you never know. And Nick, affection, that's a word which Greg just used. And I think that really plays a factor here, because maybe the fans are a little bit slower to turn against him, although we did hear bows, of course, particularly at the Liverpool game at halftime, fans leaving in droves. But also the hierarchy there. Ed Woodward's supposed to be leaving very, very soon. Don't have a precise date. He doesn't want his legacy to be, I sacked Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, only a club legend because of 1999. And Richard Arnold, who we're expecting to take over from him, wouldn't want his first act to begin with sacking the club legend, one of the heroes of 1999. So it looks like Solskjaer could be safe, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, the latest reports suggest that they're going to kind of stick with what they have until the end of the season, which and then see who's available then. Which, I mean, I don't know. I used to work in a place where it was so difficult for anyone to get sacked that someone once stole a computer from the office, and they were caught doing it, and they still didn't get sacked. And it just sort of, I'm reminded of that when you think of Ole Solskjaer. I mean, what you obviously never like to, as I wrote in the piece that you mentioned earlier on, you don't like to call for people to lose their jobs, etc., and so on. But you do have to wonder what he would have to do for them to make a change there. There were other reports. You mentioned Ed Woodward leaving there. No one's quite sure when that's going to happen, but there were some reports I saw yesterday that he's going to sort of stick around on a consultancy basis, like they were kind of, I don't know, desperate to keep the centre of the brains trust around somehow. Maybe though he's just going to stick around for the obvious commercial opportunities that he's brought in. But yeah, I mean, as Greg says, there aren't a huge amount of available likely candidates out there. Certainly at the moment, they might. Maybe their grand plan is to sort of stick around and wait for Pochettino to not win the Champions League at PSG. He gets sacked there, and they bring him in, as they probably should have done, a year, 18 months ago. But other than that, it's a little bit difficult to see what the grand plan is here.
Yeah, I found it truly startling that now even Rio Ferdinand has come out to say on his podcast, maybe it's time for Ollie to step away. And if Rio Ferdinand, the man who coined Ollie's at the wheel, is saying that, things must be really, really serious. But like I said earlier, time will tell.